Reality, not everybody has that friend. People will laugh with you while plotting for your downfall. Hi guys, thank you again for tuning in. I hope you guys liked part 1 of expectations and reality, and now you're watching part 2. Thank you again for watching. To all those who've subscribed, to all my new subscribers, to all my old and hip and happening subscribers, to everyone that keeps liking, please just subscribe. Don't just like, subscribe. And welcome to the royal family and to part 2 of expectations versus reality. Enjoy. Like, this bothers me so much, guys. As a friend, if I'm gonna call you my friend, or if you are my friend, or I consider you as my friend, right? How, it's expected of us to always listen to our friends when they come and talk to us about things that are happening in their lives. That is okay. I'm all for that. I'm all for giving you advice as long as you need it. I'm here for you. And it's expected of us to always hear our friends out whenever they come reaching out to us and talking to us about their problems. Now here is the reality that is, right? So as my friend, if you're gonna always come to me with your problems, when are you gonna ask me how I'm doing? Like, it's expected of me to always be there for you, but when are you gonna be there for me? Like, when are you gonna ask me, hey, when are you just gonna call me and ask me, how are you? So it's expected from, it's expected from me to pick up your calls every time you call me. But in reality, sometimes, I'm tired. I am tired because I know that every time you call me, it's because of a problem. Like, you never call me just to say, hey dude, I was just checking up on you. That's the reality of things. It's expected of us to always pick up the phone and talk to your people, talk to your friends, or anybody that needs your help. But in reality, I sometimes don't want to talk about your problems. As harsh as this might sound, but sometimes I just want you to, I don't always want to pick up the phone and you're talking about you. Ask me how I'm doing. Ask me if I'm fine. Once you've gotten over whatever that you were dealing with and you spoke about it, just call me for once and say, hey, are you okay? What's up? I'm coming to check up on you. I'm coming to see you. That is what you should do as a friend. As friends, stop being selfish. I said it. Like, I can't always give and not receive. At some point, as your friend, I need to sit down and be like, oh my goodness, I'm in trouble. Who can I call? I don't always want to call you. And when we're talking about my situation, then now you relate it to your situation. And now we're not talking about me anymore. Now it's all about you. Guys, stop doing that. Stop it. Like, if somebody's calling you to tell you about something, listen to them. Hear them out. But don't always now make it all about you. Now we didn't even solve my problem because you were out here talking about how you could relate to that, and then it all became about you. And I even forgot to tell you why I called you. The main reason why I was calling to ask you about something. Please stop it. From today, when your friend calls you, listen. Especially if that person hardly calls you about problems. Listen. But don't always call people just because you're having a problem. Sometimes I think some problems you can just deal with them on your own. And some, yes, you need support. You need somebody who's gonna talk to you and encourage you in a way. But guys, please. And the next thing about friendships, an expectation that is there in a friendship, is that as your friend, if I tell you something that is personal, something that is, I don't want to say it, but a secret, something that I'm trusting you not to tell anybody with. I'm not telling you this because I want you to tell the next person. I'm telling you this because I'm trusting you. And it's an expectation from me to, not for you to tell anybody. Not even your boyfriend. There's certain things, yes, I know there's a whole pillow talk thing going on, and I know when people are pillow talking, like things are told. But there's certain things you cannot tell your man about. I don't care how close you guys are, how in love you guys are, but there's certain things your man should not know about your friends. Especially if the friend came to you to confide in you and to like, just don't. But that's what we are like. That's our expectation, right? That I tell you something and you keep it to yourself. But in reality, the BB telling your business to his man. The BB telling your business, your secret. Imagine that. Your secret. I'm not saying pillow talk is wrong. Yes, we all do it. Yes, we all talk about our friends. But guys, there's certain things you cannot talk about. There's certain things that are off limits. Okay? Right. And so that's the reality of the secret thing. And the next expectation people have in friendships is that as women, right? I don't know if the same thing happens with men, but as women, or as my friend, I expect you to look out for me, right? And by looking out for me, I mean, I get on 5. No, I mean, I'm not expecting you, while knowing or unknowingly, but if you know that I am in a relationship as my friend, I am not expecting you to put me in a situation that will compromise my relationship. Right? Cool. What I mean by this is my expectations, right, is that you will respect me and you will respect my partner. Okay? So you're respecting me and you're respecting my partner at the same time. Because, okay, let me not even get into details. But when you are my friend and some guy asks you for my number, first of all, I'm not expecting you as my friend to give anybody my number. Anybody, not even your brother, not even your mother. I am not expecting you to give anybody my number without coming to me first and asking, is it okay if I give Z and Y my number? Right? And you get, that's an expectation from me to you as my friend. But in reality, you'll get a call from just a random somebody saying, oh, I got your numbers I asked for your numbers from your friend so and so, and they gave them to me. What the hell? Like, guys, if I wanted people to have my numbers, I would have them on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter. They would be publicly. But because it is called a cell phone number for a reason, you cannot give it to anybody else without asking the next person that, dude, can I give A and B your number? And I say, oh, yeah, it's cool, you can give it to them. That's the only time you can give the next person anybody's number. Other than that, numbers are off limits. That's the reality. Some friends will give away your numbers without even asking you. Okay. And then the next, going back to the friends. Okay, you know what? Guys, some friends are toxic. You need to be careful who you surround yourself with. But I feel like the moment you begin to be careful, then it means these people are not your ride or die girls. Like, they're not your forever bees, you know? They're not your BBs. They're not your bad. You know the word. Like, if I have to watch myself every time I'm around you, I don't want to be your friend. Like, I honestly don't want to be your friend. I don't always want to check myself, check what I say, I don't want that. I am your friend, and therefore, I believe that I can share most of my stuff and my life experiences with you. If we don't have that, which in most cases, in reality, not everybody has that friend. People will laugh with you while plotting for your downfall. I said it. Oh my goodness, that sounded good. People will laugh with you while plotting for your downfall. Oh shit. Somebody quote me. Like, I'm on a roll. So, and I don't think it's just friends. I think it happens with family as well. That is another topic for another day. that is another topic for another day. But oh. And then now we're gonna be talking about expectations and reality during intimacy. I'm saucy, am I? Expectations and reality during intimacy. I know it's a touchy subject for most, but it's a chit chat. Like, we're here to talk, right? I'm running out. So with the whole intimacy, I think it is expected of, I don't know if men feel the same, but I'm not like talking about men. I'm talking about some women that can relate to what I am talking about. So if you're not relating, or you have a different view, it's perfectly fine. It's perfectly fine. We are human. We are not supposed to have the same opinions, have the same views, and that's why sometimes in relationships people fight so much. It's because of that. Your partner might not like certain things and you might like them. Sometimes people compromise, sometimes people leave it at that. So the one thing that I think is expected, guys, for this I need, oh, this is the wine that I'm drinking, by the way, Neidenberg. Okay, now it's, as women, we are expected to fulfill the needs of our significant other plus one, right? And it is expected of us to do it every chance we get. Like, you expect that when you are in a relationship for the longest time, you are expected to always give, right? Or be given. But in reality, no. No, that is not how it goes. That is not how it goes. Especially if you live together or you visit each other often. If you are in like a long distance relationship, that is something else. But I think if you live closer or close to one another, or you live together, sometimes that is the last thing on your mind, because you are trying to build something. You are trying to build a future. You can't always be banging all the time. Ready for the diddly-daddly all day, every day. Whereas in reality, that is not the case. Like, there's days where you feel like, no, I am not going to do this today. I am tired. And that's it, right? And that is perfectly fine for both male and female. And the last thing. This is just, and I think everybody has been through it. And that's why we have so many young people committing suicide. We have so many unhappy young people. We have so many angry people. We have, like, there's just a lot going on with the youth. We have, the youth is always here, according to our, anyway, right? And this is one thing that I think also family members, parents, friends are also guilty of. Like, the pressure they put on the next person is the reason why so many people now are depressed. Last point. Having your shit together at the age of 25. I don't know who came up with that rule, y'all. I don't know. Somebody point me in that direction. Like, who are you? Who told you that? Have you lived in this world? Have you seen the things that happen in this world? Expectation. You should have your shit together by 25. By the age of 25, you should have a place to live, you should have a car, you should have a house, you should have a stable job, you should be married, you should have a family, or first kid at least. You should be working towards making 2 billion. Do you see where I'm going, guys? So that is the expectation. But in reality, guys, it's not so easy. It is not so easy. Yes, some people were fortunate enough, but our timings are different. Like, you can't expect that now that you had your age together and you were like 21 and I'm here and I'm older than you, and you expect me to have my life together. Your timing is different to anybody else's timing. You could have a twin. Your twin could be a billionaire by the age of 20, and you could still be you could even be trying to figure out what you want to do in life, and it's perfectly fine. That is perfectly fine. You're expected to have your age together at the age of 25, but in reality, that is not going to happen for some people. Just because people haven't achieved as much as you have at a young age doesn't mean that people don't work hard. Doesn't mean that people are sleeping on themselves. Doesn't mean that, like, people, we all have a different calling. We all are running the same race with different paces. So just because you're at the finish line by the age of 20 doesn't mean that now I need to be at the finish line by the age of 20 as well. Don't be too hard on people that are trying to find their way in the world. Like, don't be too hard. And I think that's where most parents are at fault, because they're not so supportive, because they don't understand, and they keep comparing their children to the next person. Like, oh, look at so and so at the age of 22, he or she has achieved so much. He has a car, he has a house, he has this, he has that, and you're still in school. When are you going to finish? Or you haven't done anything, you only finished matric. When are you going to go to school? Yes, I understand that sometimes the youth or young people need a push, but sometimes it's not encouraging. Like, rather than encouraging somebody, you are pulling them down. Like, you're making them feel like they're worthless and they don't have a purpose or a purpose. Ooh, I think the one is getting to me. It's like they have nothing to live for. It is okay to figure out where you're going. It is okay to sit down and plan. It is okay not to have your life figured out at the age of 25. It is okay not to have your life figured out at the age of 30. It's only not okay if you are not trying to figure it out. Like, if you are in your comfort zone and you're not trying to reach like your fullest potential, that is the only problem. That's where the problem is. But if you are trying, guys, if you are trying, and if there's any, I don't know, if you're a parent and you're seeing this and you have, like, I don't know, teenager maybe, or your kid is still young, instill that. Like, sometimes I think parents have this thing of shutting down certain talents. Like, one might be into the music industry, but then you get certain parents that are like, no, you can't do that, you need to be a doctor. And maybe that's where the money is for the person. Yes, you can encourage, like, go to school, at least study music. No, like, don't just, because we all have different, that's what I'm saying, that we are all running the same race, but we have different, we're going to reach the finish line at different times. So there's different time zones to this thing. There's different time zones. So, guys, I think I've spoken enough. I've spoken enough, and I hope you guys take something from this video. I hope you guys learn something. I hope you, as a friend, as a partner, as a mother, as a father, as an aunt, as an uncle, I hope you guys learn something from today, and be good, man. Be kind to others. So from me to you, and please comment down below and tell me if you can relate to any of the things I talked about. Tell me if you've experienced, like, just let's talk, let's engage, guys. Stop just liking, comment, stop just watching, comment, bro. So that's it for me today, guys. I've been talking. I hope you guys enjoyed the